What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Box. Today we've got a triple unboxing. We've got the Doom The Dark Ages standard Xbox controller, the Doom Dark Ages Elite controller, which is a bit of a weird one, and the Doom Dark Ages console wrap. I brought Doomslayer along. He is from the collector's edition of the game. If you want to see that in more detail, I do have the video up on my channel. I just thought it'd be cool to have around, seeing as we're still doing Doom stuff here. The console's here just so I can showcase the wrap. That is the Galaxy system, which I think I did in a video for. I meant to. Who knows? Yeah, so these came out, I want to say maybe a couple of weeks ago now. They came out ahead of the game, but I decided to save them for when the game came out. I mean, I was away and whatnot, so I decided to just wait until it was out to show them off. I've kept them all sealed, much to my hard to resist opening them. But so we'll start off with the standard controller. Actually, no, we'll start off with the wrap. Let's start off with the wrap. Then we can have that sitting in the back, can't we? Looking pretty. So, you know, very basic, boring box. They don't package these. We do have my cat here wagging her tail because she's just been told off for walking on the laptop and stopping the recording, so we're going to start again. Alright, so first off, we've got a sticker for Doom The Dark Ages combined with Xbox. And then the wrap itself, I mean, like I said, box is nothing fancy at all. Put that to one side, put the sticker there for now. This feels like wax paper almost. So, I mean, if you haven't seen one of these wraps before, they've done one for Starfield and Black Ops 6. I think of the game related ones they've done, but they've also done like some kind of non-game theme one. I think it was like ammo one, whatever. So here's the inside of it, which is something you'll probably, you know, never see once you've put it on. I don't know if that translates to anything, but let me know if you know if it is. Hey Louie, what are you doing? What you doing? That's the outside, but this is the main part, obviously, that you'll be seeing once it's on the system. So it's obviously for a Series X, not a Series S. But it will, if you've got the one without the disk drive, you get this cover. So you can cover up where the disk drive would be. You playing with the paper? So, I mean, this logo is what, the Doomslayer logo, I think? I'm not huge on Doom lore, so correct me if I'm wrong what the symbol is, but I see it a lot. And other than that, it's quite what's the word? It was right there in my head and it's gone. Quite subtle. You've got just kind of this rock effect. We've got a bit of blood splatter down here on the where the side would be. A bit more up here on the other side, and then the front is just. So I'll put this on this Xbox for now. So if you know about a wrap before, I mean they're so simple to set up. You literally just wrap it around, do the Velcro. It's on properly. You can also slide it on, obviously, but disk drive, so I'll take that off. But theoretically, I could leave it on if I wanted to keep the dust out of my drive, I suppose. Can I get this any tighter? It seems quite loose. That's a bit better. Okay, so wow, I always forget how heavy these systems are. There it is on the side. The front. Whew, weightlifting. The other side. And then the back, obviously not much for the back. Downside is with this Velcro system is it does have this weird bit where it depends on how much room you've got. I mean, hopefully you have more ventilation behind, I suppose, but it doesn't. The back isn't very neat. But at least it's at the back, right? Yeah, that is the Doomslayer console wrap. Quite like this red here, the way it kind of pops out. Because it looks like it almost is elevated, but it is not at all. So, nice job on that for sure. Oh, that's part of the console. Yeah. That's the console wrap. We will do the controller now. Yeah, you got the sticker with it as well. Never know what to do with stickers. Always save them for something special, and then that something special never comes along. So, box here. Very cool looking box. Got a bit damaged there, but I mean, you know, I don't look at packaging that much, so not a huge deal if it is boring like the wrap there, but this outer box looks incredible, and you can, you know, see what we're going to be getting with the controller here in a second. I mean, Xbox controller packaging is really nice. The way they, you know, it opens up like a chest, and there's a redeem code here, and I don't know what it's for. Is it some DLC for the game? Does it say on the box? Not as far as I can see. Ah, includes in-game content. There's some sort of in-game content with it. If I knew about that, I'd completely forgotten about it, so... You know, instructions in the bottom, we don't need those, right? And then obviously instructions in the back there for if you've never connected a controller before. Yeah, here's the controller in all its glory. So you don't have A, B, X, Y anymore. Unless that's what those translate to. Maybe we could use that as a codex for the inside of the wrap, I don't know. You've got the blood splatter on here, obviously very much in line with, yeah, I mean, can't really see him because of the focus, but over there Doomslayer's armor, kind of chest plate. Because he's got this, in his stomach part is this kind of stuff. We've got this symbol here again on the grip, which is also on his shield. Like I said, it's everywhere. These parts here are actually raised and elevated, so it's not just a color palette swap. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. Hopefully you can see there how these parts here are raised. Now I've just noticed here on the bumpers and triggers are, one's orange, which again matches a good job about the statue, isn't it? Come on. Right. So here, under his cloak, you can see it is kind of orange, so that matches, you know, the orange here, and then it isn't on that side. This obviously matches his chest. I guess this is supposed to kind of be this light here, maybe, on his chest. Like I said, this part here is ridged on his stomach, ridged on the thing, and then again, much like I was saying, it's not just a simple faceplate palette swap. This is actually ridged. This part's actually indented, so there's actual like physical detail to it, versus just, I mean, you know, the other color ones are, I'm not saying they're like bad controllers, but this is definitely, you know, next level. Wow, the grips are like, they're rubberized, I think, and they're work. Yeah, this kind of greeny, kind of army brown, army green type of color, which I guess matches, I guess you could say the cloak here, or it's more kind of trim of his stuff, his pouches here, his legs, his butt towel. Yeah, and then spray everywhere. That is a very, very nice controller. Check under here. Oh! Inside the battery compartment we got a bunny. Now, I don't know the lore behind the bunny. I think like what in the original Doom says bunny is killed or something, I think I remember reading. So there's like some sort of like hidden, well not maybe hidden, but like deep meaning that isn't really all that important, but is and isn't. So that's cool. We got custom inside of the battery compartment. So that 2 AA batteries. We still get those with the. I'm shocked Xbox is still giving away batteries with their controllers with, you know, the kind of push for rechargeable batteries and things these days and whatnot. I would think that would maybe not be something they do, but hey. So yeah, that is the standard controller. I'm not sure if any of these are still available. I think some of it might be. That controller was amazing. So, you know, if you're still using standard controllers and you're not like, you know, on elites or anything, you want something fancy, but not this fancy, that seems like a solid shout. So now we have the Elite Controller Series 2, which as you can see is not that special. So this, I've never bought one. A custom Design Labs Elite controller. But my understanding is this is the Design Labs box that they send them in. I've had a Design Labs, you know, standard controller, and that was a similar one but white instead of, but with this kind of holographic cover still. So I'm inclined to believe that. Which leads me to, this is less of a custom controller like this one over here. It's more of a Design Labs controller that you couldn't customize, I guess. Which is very odd. I don't know why they did it like that and not like that one. Like I said, the packaging on that was really cool. And here, we got nothing. It's 2 strips. Double the strips, double the fun. Because yeah, I mean, here we've got the bag. You can see it says dark maroon on the X, which is something I believe you can do on the Design Labs for the Elite controllers. But it's not, you know, it's still just a black case. Why isn't it a custom case? Could it easily be in a custom case? The zip here is also red. Does this come off? Looks like it should slide off. Come on. So again, you know, that maroon. Zip. Inside, I mean, the controller looks gorgeous though. Holy. This is the obviously the Elite 2s now have a core range, which is like just the controller without any of the extra stuff. This is the full one. You do get the extra thumbsticks and things, which we'll get into in a second. You know, charger, everything. So here's the controller. Again, this logo. But aside from that, well, the triggers are that kind of dark maroon type of color as well. Again, focus. aside from this faceplate, you know, back is just a standard plain controller, and then the accessories is kind of metal, red. Paddles are detachable. And here we have standard wireless controller charger, or standard elite controller charger. A D-pad that is the same color as that. Was that like kind of a blue brushed kind of grey gunmetal, something like that? The other various thumbsticks, which I mean, I'm sure you've seen an elite controller at this point. They just magnets just pop out, pop back on. And these are various different heights and concave, convex, all that nonsense. And then now little badger for underneath here. You can adjust the tension of sticks. That's all standard elite stuff. That's nothing to do with the Doom controller. Like I said, this very much is just an Elite Series 2 controller. Nothing. Well, it is special, but I don't know why it's like its own product and not just part of the. You know how they did for like Redfall. I think they did it for Black Ops 6, didn't they? It was like a custom option for the faceplate where you could choose whatever, and why isn't this just a custom option in there? And then you could have whatever color buttons and back and paddles and stuff that you wanted, with or without. It just doesn't seem like there's any reason for this to be a statically boxed product when it's clearly from the Design Lab range. But all of this said, all of those gripes aside, this kind of, I don't know if you can tell, it is like translucent plastic, as you can kind of see the, get it to focus up here, you can kind of just about see the interiors in here. But then there's also like something within the plastic, it seems, where like I think maybe there's like speckles or something in there that aren't all the way down and they're not all the way at the top, so it gives it this depth, which I think looks really, 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 really cool. Just a shame they couldn't deliver with the rest of it, really. Overall, I'd say if you could have got that controller as an Elite, we'd be on for a winner. But yeah, it's still a very nice controller, I will say. Just a little disappointing that it doesn't feel as special, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, when it feels like it's just a Design Labs thing. I don't know. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. If you don't, I mean, just ignore me. I'm just rambling at this point. But yeah, Doom's out now. If for everybody, I think now. I think the 15th, right? 15th of May. It's available for everybody. It was available a few days earlier. Where did this other sticker come from? What? We've got two stickers. Was one in the Elite controller? Oh, I don't know. Falling out from somewhere. There wasn't anything else in here, was there? Come on. Open. Please. Oh wait, there is something else in here. Duh. We're not done. Again, cable. Nothing special. Standard Elite controller cable. Or Elite controller 2 cable. And here. Standard Elite controller manuals. I'm inclined to believe that other sticker came out of the standard controller, but you know, if you're watching the video, maybe you saw where it came out. Let me know. Or maybe I'll catch it in editing, I don't know. But yeah, so that is the Doom kind of accessories collection. Can't remember what they called it, but got the wrap, loving the wrap. Controller, loving that controller. Elite controller mixed bag. Overall, I'd say it's nice. It's just missing that kind of flair that you'd expect from a custom, you know, special edition controller. So it's probably the weakest of the three, but I still love it quite a lot. And yeah. Let me know in the comments if you picked any of this up, if you picked up the game, if you're waiting for it to come out. Or if you're going to play it on Game Pass, PlayStation, whatever. Let me know when you think of it. And I will leave you to check out some photos of these things. Thanks again. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time.